think about an octopus? We are back! Hello and welcome back to my Fun Time Marine Animal Learning Corner with me, Alex. Yes, I did learn After Effects just for that bit. Thank you for noticing. So today, the lovely animal we are going to be diving into learning about today is the elusive yet remarkable blue-ringed octopus, because I got a request to do it on my last video from my dear sister. So here we go. The blue-ringed octopus is a lovely little cephalopod that is identified by its bright yellow body and blue rings which flash when threatened. They get to about 5 to 8 inches in adult size, so like that. And, like, keep in mind, they have those giant octopi from, like, I don't know, Nemo or something like that. So that's tiny. Tiny little babies. They can be found on the shallow, warm coastal waters of the Indian and Pacific Oceans. So off Australia all the way to Japan. I thought about making a joke that's like they go both over and under, because, like, Japan is full of mountains and Australia is down under. And I didn't want to make it, but I guess you just heard it, so. There are actually 10 different kinds of these wiggly beans, but one thing is in common overall. These guys are the most lethal octopi to humans. They have enough venom in their bodies to kill 26 full-grown men. That's like the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe. Oh. They actually have 2 kinds of venom in their bodies. One they use in defense, and the other they use on their prey. Kind of like how you have that one number that you give to pushy people at a bar that leads to a very determined barbecue place, and then you have another number that you give to people that you're sure you saw fighting in a Denny's parking lot at 3 a.m. That's your actual number? You know? Just me? Oh, okay. They eat small crustaceans and shrimp, as well as small fish if they can catch them, as well as clams. They just kind of stalk them while releasing their evil saliva, then capture, then bite. Then they just kind of wait for the prey to be incapacitated, then they feast. If you get unlucky and end up getting bitten by one of these guys, you may not even know it. Their bites are that small. They're like that size. You will, however, start to feel the effects almost immediately, within 5 to 10 minutes. What happens is paresthesias, or that pins and needles feeling, numbness, progressive muscular weakness, and difficulty in swallowing and breathing. Sometimes the victim further experiences nausea, visual disturbances, vomiting, and difficulty speaking. So basically what I experience when a pretty girl smiles at me. Oh, also, there's no anti-venom for these guys, so you just kind of have to ride it out and pray. Now, I know that sounds really scary, and you're probably like, how have I not heard of these guys before? They must be killing so many people a year, right? Well, actually, there have only been 3 blue-ringed octopus deaths ever recorded. 2 in Australia and 1 in Singapore. They're pretty reclusive, so attacks are rare, and even when they happen, they aren't too bad. The venom actually metabolizes within a few hours in the human system. If you keep pressure on the bite and get artificial respiration before full paralysis sets in, and are able to get through the first 24 hours, you're almost guaranteed a full recovery. So, it's bad, but it's not that bad, you know? And here we are to the reproductive cycle portion of the video. Warning, if you don't already have a decent idea of how octopi reproduce, hold on to your socks. It gets a little wild. These guys are opportunists. They reach sexual maturity before they're even a year old, and they get to do it once. Basically, the male will look for literally any of its own species, doesn't matter if it's a male or female. Yes, you heard me right. Gay octopi. Happy Pride, y'all. Anyway, they just kind of latch onto another octopus, and if it seems like they're receptive, here we go. So the male takes a modified leg that is filled with sperm called the hectocotylus, and, he just kind of rips it off himself and just kind of jams it into the cavity of the female octopi. Anyway, once the deed is done, the male dies because he just ripped one of his legs off. Then in autumn, the female goes and lays her eggs on a rocky strait of her environment, then sits on them for a full 6 months, not eating at all. Then once the little ones hatch as full little octopi ready to experience the world with their venomous little bodies, the mother immediately dies from starvation. Because of this, the lifespan of one of these octopi is only like 1 to 2 years. They get one cycle of everything, then they're done. Honestly, a life motto. And really, that's all I have on these guys. They're incredibly dangerous, yet so small and adorable looking. They will have no qualms biting you if they feel like you're encroaching on their space, and have the warning system equivalent of a crosswalk, I think? Yet they have enough venom in their bodies to take out a whole men over 30s recreational volleyball team. I just don't understand how evolution works anymore, really. If you like this video and you would like to see more of it, you know the whole deal. Subscribe if you feel like it, leave a request down below, and I will be back to deliver more mediocre marine biology content. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember, I believe in you. Have a good day, and how many of these creatures am I going to have to look up before I fully realize that the ocean is a terrifying, terrifying place? I don't know. Bye!